a million years. A million years. A million years.
Devil May Cry.
There's the door.
Oh, Blade. That's what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I had that feeling with Blade. I was like, finally, like, cool. Comic book movies are gonna be metal. They're gonna be really cool. But the problem with that was that was rated R, and I couldn't talk about it with anybody at school because not everybody was allowed to watch them.
Yeah.
So I was like, well.
Yeah. So like, I guess like to like, the X-Men and Spider-Man and things like that. They were the first
widely accessible.
Yeah. Superhero movies, so it was like super exciting for everybody. And
just everybody. I remember going to see Spider-Man for Spanish class. Now, why we were seeing it for Spanish class, I don't remember.
Right? Like, you just don't ask questions. You just go to see the
movie. I think it was some kind of a class reward for like
everybody did go on the test.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. And we still had to pay for our own ticket. Like, the teacher was not about to do that.
Right. That's expensive, even then. Like,
I don't remember if a school bus took us or not, but that's what I remember when I think of Spider-Man 1. That movie, though, if we're talking about movies that didn't exactly, like, age, like, super well, the Spider-Man 1 is really, really cheesy.
Yeah, but you still kind of love it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. A big part of it, I still stand by. I'm like, it's Sam Raimi. How are you gonna hate on it?
Yeah.
What is happening? Did you see that?
I did.
Did you see him like moonwalk drift over to the side? That was cool. Stupid. Not very agile right now, are you, pal? Especially like the American flag shit.
Oh, yeah.
You remember, like, every other, like, each movie had to... Whoa, okay. I was wondering where he went. Every movie, for some reason, had to have a scene where Spider-Man was, like, in front of a flag or, like, some kind of...
He's the all-American hero.
Well, you also gotta remember, too...
Minus Captain America.
You also gotta remember that 9/11 happened
right
before that movie came out.
And they had, like... the Twin Towers in that movie, and...
Fuck! Did you see that?
No, I did not.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. No, you're right. They even had to cut a trailer or a promo because it had the two towers in it.
Yeah.
Which, that's fine. I get it. I'm not gonna miss that. That's fine. I did this. I threw the axe at him.
Uh-huh.
And he... Oh. The fuck just happened?
I don't know.
But
maybe the circles hit you.
he reflected it back at me.
Oh. Interesting.
There we go. I got into it with Jake too. He's like, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies suck. I was like,
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Like,
the
are
first
they
one's
the best
corny.
Movies of all time? No, but like,
there's no such thing as the best movie of all time.
That's a complete opinion. Like, I'm sure somebody would be like, yes, there is, and it's this movie. But, you know, like, everyone has their own best movie of all time, and that's okay. That's why you make art.
Yeah.
But, no, they're still good. They're still fun. They still hold, like, that nostalgic factor. Like, it's like if I were to go watch, like, The Goonies or something right now... Yeah. I would probably still like it, but I would like it less than I actually do since I saw it when I was a kid. Like, seeing it as a kid, I was like, oh, yeah, I want to go on an adventure. I want to go fight pirates. I'm going to find treasure. Goonies never say die. But, like, if I watched it now... I was really like, okay, that was fun, that was cute, but, like, I wouldn't have, like, deep connection to it that I did, or that I do. Well, I don't know.
I actually, oh god, I forgot about this. It's fucking puzzle bullshit. Not puzzle, it's just rotating shit.
Oh.
There we go. They're both moon symbols.
Oh.
I can actually watch Spider-Man 2 still today and feel zero nostalgia and still totally love every second of it. Because it's so well, it's very well done, and it's very intentionally done. Like, nothing in it feels like a weird or poor choice. There's no, I don't get that same feeling with the first Spider-Man. Yeah, absolutely. I'm like, this is pure nostalgia. And like, there's definitely some parts that have not, comedy-wise, that have not stood up very well.
Right.
And it is still weird now. I'm like, Tobey Maguire is not in high school.
Right, yeah.
Get out of here
Yeah,
with that.
none of those people
That was
are
one of the
high
best
school.
things about Tom Holland, was that, like, yeah, this kid, he looks like he's in high school.
Yeah.
He's not.
He's not, but he has that baby face. He can pull it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, he is a dancer, a trained dancer, and
That
so
definitely
that works
helps.
really well for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And he's just adorable. You
Yeah.
just want to squeeze him. Squeeze his little cheeks.
But the second Spider-Man movie, I'm always like, no, like, it's not even just nostalgia for me with that one. The third one is like, okay.
The third one is the third one.
The third one is the third one. Here's where also, like, anyone that is on Jake's side, like, yeah,
like,
you're right.
They're terrible.
Like, yeah, you're right. The Spider movies are pretty good, except for that third one, and I'll be like, I still kind of like. I don't like the third one. I think the first half of the third one is good.
Is okay, yeah.
When they're setting up stuff, I'm like, yeah, cool.
Sure.
I'm excited to see where this goes.
Yeah.
And then you see where it goes, and you're like,
Oh,
God.
I'm less excited.
Wow. It's literally right at the halfway point where I start, like, losing. Because I've tried watching that a couple of times just to see if, like, you know, people change.
Right,
Tastes change.
Sure.
I was talking about it at work with people, too. Like, you know, it's always good to go back and revisit things a couple times in your life. Preferably after, like, a significant amount of time has passed. I think I was talking about about sushi. And how, like, I hated sushi for the longest time.
And then I made you eat it.
And, well, and I think a big part of that was my first experience with sushi was room temperature sushi.
Ugh.
And
Well, that's just food poisoning waiting to happen.
Yeah, it made me nauseous. And everyone's like, well, yeah, that's not
How it's supposed to be.
That's not really how it's supposed to be. But whenever I would look at sushi, I'd always just be like, ugh, no, don't want to do it. But, you know, after time, you get over that, you change, and, you know, I found that I liked it. Oh, it's over here. Oh, yeah, this is fun. But yes, I do the same thing with movies. After it's been a little bit, I go back and see if I noticed something I didn't or whatever. Sometimes it works out poorly. Like, I remember rewatching Space Jam for the first time after, like, 10 years. I was like...
We just rewatched that recently.
Yeah, and I was like, I mean, it's still cute.
It's cute.
But I don't adore it like I did when I was a kid. Like,
right, like when you sat there, you're like, yes, Bugs Bunny,
Yeah, oh,
dribble that
God.
basketball.
Like, it was the coolest thing seeing Looney Tunes on the big screen
It really was.
and saving the world.
You know,
like,
it is
being
still
heroes.
better than the Looney Tunes movie, though.
Huh.
Space Jam's still better than the Looney Tunes movie.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. I had a moment where I thought I was going to get into a fight with you. Because I thought you said that Space Jam was better than... I didn't hear Looney Tunes movie, I heard Looney Tunes. I was going to be like,
the movie.
sorry? Oh, you asshole.
Like the Brendan Fraser
Yeah.
movie.
Someone at the mall was trying to tell me that, like, when they do the next Space Jam movie, they're like, it's technically the third one in the Looney Tunes... Oh, good. This thing has a hitbox.
Oh, because of the Looney Tunes movie with Brendan Fraser?
Yeah, they're like, it's technically in the same universe. I was like, I don't think anyone gives a shit about the Brendan Fraser. Like, no one's gonna want things to come back from that.
No.
They're not gonna want questions answered
No,
from
that
the
movie
fucking...
didn't go well.
No, it sure didn't.
For anyone.
No. That is Brendan Fraser's, Garfield.
Yeah.
That is his Garfield, where
Yep.
he's on his deathbed and is like, you know,
Really wish I wouldn't have
I
done that.
do kind of regret. Not even like 100%, but just like, Garfield, maybe.
Yeah.
Just kind of like shruggingly, like I'm not sure if I
one.
hated it, but like.
But I kind of hated it.
I mean, he still did movies after that.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to stop Brendan Fraser.
Yeah. Not.
The only reason that he has stopped now is because he chose to.
Yeah.
Oh God. Didn't know they were there. But yeah, I remember afterwards being like, I don't like Space Jam as much.
Still cute.
It's still cute, but it's not fucking like, oh, look at that. It just worked out that way.
Oh,
that's
fantastic.
Nice. I'm like, it's not the laugh out loud riot fest from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the alien has a butt. I guess that's the joke. I just said it and you laughed. Or like what's his name? Porky just goes, I need to wet myself. I'm like, I would never catch any real Looney Tune saying I wet myself.
At least not in front of us.
Not in like a traditional cartoon.
No.
That is not something that would happen.
No.
It doesn't help too that Michael Jordan is not exactly an actor. And by that I mean he sucks.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Like he doesn't need to be a good actor. That's fine. I'm just saying that like he is a meat of the movie.
I like with any of those like the cartoon played off with humans, it can go so well or it can go so wrong. Cause like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, so good. I love that movie.
Oh, thank God.
The first time I watched that movie was in a limousine.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yep.
Why were you watching it in a limousine?
My parents surprised my brother and I.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and they were like, we're gonna go Christmas shopping, and we were like, cool, and we didn't know, and then like I remember sitting in my math class in like 6th grade, and the like secretary comes on the speaker and she's like, Mary Compton, can you please collect your things? Your limousine is waiting. And I was like, oh shit, what? And my whole class left and went to go see the limousine and saw it before me, and I was like, that's fine.
That's great. Whatever. Thanks, guys.
But yeah, we left and we watched Who Framed Roger Rabbit while we drove down to Denver, and I had Coca-Cola in a crystal glass.
Your parents are cool.
They are cool. And then we went to Disneyland, which we didn't know was happening either. Coolest surprise ever. Because, like, they were like, oh, we're going Christmas shopping, and then, like, we got to the hotel or whatever, and my brother and I are clearly both just morons and didn't, like...
Put it together
or notice, like, how much clothing was packed.
Like, wow, we're going Christmas shopping.
Right? For, like, this weekend, and we have 4 suitcases, it's fine. And my parents, like, woke us up and like, well... The only place we can go rent a car is at the airport, so we'll just take the airport shuttle over there in the morning. We'll go rent our car so we can, like, go drive around and go to stores and stuff. And we're like, okay, that's fine. So we go to the airport. And then my parents are like, well, you know, you guys haven't been on a plane that you could ever remember, so we thought it would be really fun to just, like, go on a plane. And we were oblivious. Like, really, this just
no
speaks
signs
volumes.
At all.
Yeah,
That's
it
so
just
funny.
speaks to our gullible nature, I suppose. And we get like to Utah, and my parents are like, my dad's like, okay, well, we have to go get on the other plane, and my brother is like, why? The luggage is that way. Like, we gotta get our luggage. He's like,
oh my God, look what's happening. Did you see that? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but there was like rambling dialogue happening while I was solving puzzles, but I solved it too fast.
Oh.
So that dialogue was going while the scripted dialogue was going.
It got confused. It was like, oh, wait. But yeah, my brother was upset. And my dad goes, well, it's because of this. And he, like, grabs the little thing with our Disneyland tickets and stuff, and it's got, like, the castle on it. And, like, I freaked out and was like, oh, my God, we're going to Disneyland, blah! You know, as any normal child would. And my
And then your
brother
brother.
looks at my parents and he goes, "But you said we were going Christmas shopping." And I was like, "You want to go Christmas shopping instead? I'm going to Disneyland."
Yeah, you can stay. You can do all the shopping you want. Here's my list.
Yeah. And then, like, we didn't even go to Disneyland until, like, the third or fourth day we were in California.
Mm.
And so, like, by that time, my brother and I were like, whatever, we're never going to Disneyland. It was all a lie. It was so much fun, though. We, like, went to Catalina Island, which was super fun. I got really nauseous on the boat ride. Then we ate waffles, and it was fine.